It's coffee break. Another week into it.
Super close to getting to 100.
I know.
It's so close.
It'll be the week before Halloween.
It's crazy.
Which I was bummed because I was like, really?
It could have been on Halloween.
It could have been, and I miscounted and thought it was.
Maybe if we just delay for a week for no good reason. It's like there won't be a coffee break this week, so 100 will be on Halloween.
Though I don't even know what would do special for it.
Yeah, we should figure something out. We got some time. We got a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Got a couple of weeks, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. What have you been up to this week?
I'm editing a Ruby video. It's my patrons voted for this one. It's about the cast bloat in Ruby.
Nice.
And I'm having so much fun with it. It's like a classic Ruby critique discussion video.
There you go.
Yeah, it's just like, oh man, it's been a while since I've done one of these. I hadn't realized.
And then you were on a podcast yesterday.
I was. I streamed with Celtic Phoenix, and we talked about the new Monica Magica trailer that dropped.
And there's probably no way they can get rid of the audio of Lawnmower Man ruining it.
Woof. And I was like, this will be a perfect day to do this too. And then as we're starting up, I just hear the hum in the background. I was like, I forgot about Lawnmower Man, no!
Well, also, to be fair, you recorded on a Monday, and they usually come up Sunday.
Well, yeah.
Which is why we stopped recording Sundays.
Yes.
And now they're doing it randomly on a Monday?
They've been changing their schedule, and I feel like a part of it is they're trying to adjust to holidays or the weather or something. Because sometimes I feel like they don't show up the whole week. And sometimes I feel like they show up 3 days out of the week.
Yeah, for me, Power On. I know I missed Monday. I took 2 days off of how angry I was towards it. This has been the worst playthrough yet. I will try to make a fifth piece to it.
Good luck.
And if I can't, then that's the end of that. I mean, I'm done.
Move on to a more fun game.
Oh, yeah, I'm working on Garbage Eggs. It's not going to be this week. It's going to be next week.
Yeah, you say that every week.
I know, but I was like, I'm so booked. Well, I don't know. Maybe it might show up Friday.
We'll see.
Because if I don't have Power On, then I have nothing else to do.
You can just play a different video game, though. Just play a game you want to play.
I don't know. I would have to think about it.
Okay. You have plenty of time.
I do. So, we're going to kick this off with only murders in the building.
Yeah.
Because we're now past the halfway point.
We are.
And it's become convoluted.
It's, well, like any good mystery, it makes sense to have, lots of, pegs everywhere to keep the mystery afloat and whatever. This season feels so slow, though.
Very slow. I remember there was a lot more action in the first 2 seasons. Especially around this time, where they find the hidden wall in the closet.
Yeah.
That allows them to travel through the building. Or when they were hunting the Glitter Man.
Yeah. Man, season 2 was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah, and
this one, I don't like the plot point of, our 3 podcasters are bickering and not getting along.
Yep.
I always hate plot points like that.
Then they have personal relationships, which they had before, but I think adding Meryl Streep to the cast was a bad choice.
I don't think she's a bad choice, as an actress or whatever.
Sure.
I don't know. I just feel like the story's all over the place. Because also, every lead they get, they also immediately resolve in the next episode.
Yep.
So, I don't know. I'm sure we'll get a 4th season, but it might be its last season.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer the Martins can keep going. They look very old.
Very tired.
Martin Short's not funny.
No.
Which is weird because his character is supposed to be hyper and sporadic.
Yeah, the quippy, quirky one.
Yeah, and he's not doing that. He's dry.
He's just there.
And
also, in the first episode, they had this half plot point. They introduced the idea of, you had a heart attack. You need to avoid stressful situations, and then they haven't brought it up since.
That's true. I forgot about that.
And I was like, this is going to be a whole thing. And nope.
So, new episodes every Tuesday. It should end within a couple of weeks here.
I'm wondering if it would be better if it was binged all in one sitting rather than waiting weekly.
Yeah, okay. So one of their things is to do it episodically like this every week. And there's supposed to be, if you watch it, you're supposed to go over to a different tab, and then there's an after talk.
Yeah, so you can just discuss with other people.
Yep. And then you're supposed to spend a week thinking about it, and then you come back.
It's not that there's a lot of characters, but it's not that complex of a mystery to warrant discussion threads, I would say.
Yeah. I think their main demographic for this show is going to be older people.
Yeah, probably.
Just because of the age of the Martins. And there's other older actors like Meryl Streep, Nathan Lane.
That one guy,
Paul Rudd.
They suddenly I know, he looks so good.
He's 50
something?
Yeah, he's in his 50s.
He looks amazing. One of my favorite things, you can do this yourself right now. You can look up a picture of Paul Rudd today, and then look up a picture of Joey Tribbiani, the actor who played Joey Tribbiani from Friends.
Because they're the same age.
They are a month apart, and it is night and day.
One let themselves go.
One became Ant-Man.
So, to everyone's horror and dismay, that Winnie the Pooh horror movie, Blood and Honey.
Yep.
Honey and Blood?
I think it was Blood and Honey.
Blood and Honey was so controversial enough and made enough money to warrant a sequel.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
And there's 2 spin-offs planned.
That was the whole marketing gimmick, they spent $2 on it, and the outrage farming made people go to see it. And naturally they got a positive because they spent $2 on it.
So they got a net positive.
Yeah.
But receiving, critics reviewing and stuff, they are trashing that thing.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It goes to show it doesn't matter if it's a good movie. It just needs to make money.
Yeah. And now they're already working on the second one. It's just titled 2, right? And they just showed off a picture of Tigger. And it's the same stuff again.
I'm going to say disappointed. Barely looks like a tiger.
Yeah.
Looks more like a bear. Which looks more like a bear than Winnie the Pooh did.
True. He needs more of a snout.
Maybe more prominent tiger stripes.
Yeah. Well, he's also in the dark when we see him in that shot.
True.
And he's got blood and sharp teeth. Well, he didn't have sharp teeth.
No, I don't think you could see his teeth. I think his mouth was closed.
No, his mouth is open. You can see his fangs. But in the cartoon, in the books, he also just has human teeth.
That's true.
And that's scarier, if we all remember Sonic. Drew Barrymore has a talk show.
Yeah.
I just wanted to talk about this really quickly. And she stopped the talk show because of the strike.
Yes.
The writer's strike. She has now resumed the talk show.
Yes.
Without the writers.
And she tried to make it sound like she was allowed to because, this isn't, I have to because of the news. And it's but you're not a news. You have writers. Yep. You're lying.
Yeah.
It's her and Jimmy Fallon are the 2 that are in hot water this week.
Yeah, Fallon for being a toxic work environment.
Yeah, apparently he's drunk, mean. He was, apparently one story that I keep seeing is he was just berating an intern so aggressively, and Seinfeld was the guest for that day, that Seinfeld stepped in and was stop yelling at them so much.
Wow.
Yeah.
The better comedian stood up.
What a surprise. Jimmy Fallon, not even funny.
You know, when I was a kid, I did not like Seinfeld. I thought his voice was too much.
I thought the show, I thought he was fine.
His cadence was weird. After watching, Curb Your Enthusiasm? Where there is a season, it's such an old show. Both of these shows are actually really old.
They are.
They do make fun of, trying to make another season of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And the cast returns.
They're I don't know, this doesn't seem like a good idea.
Yeah, and that's the whole point. And then I went back and watched Seinfeld all the way through. Fell in love with both those shows. I totally get their humor.
Yeah, it's definitely an aged taste.
Yes.
Which is weird, because you would think the same thing for Frasier, but I thought Frasier was great as a kid. I just didn't fully understand all of the wit with the words they were using.
Yeah. Frasier and Niles are very verbose.
Yeah, you need to be a learned person to get all of the jokes.
October 12th?
Yeah.
The reboot comes out on Paramount Plus.
I have very high standards, and I don't think they're going to reach it.
It looks like a sitcom. I've seen some shots of it. I'm like, okay.
I mean, How I Met Your Father just got canceled.
Oh, yes, it did. That kind of bummed me out.
I mean, what's her name? Hilary Duff?
Mm-hmm.
She was so, like, she might really fight to get it picked back up under a different company.
Okay, good luck.
Yeah, she seemed really invested in that one. And she was already an executive producer or something.
Well, what happened to her was she tried to make a Lizzie McGuire reboot. Yeah. With Lizzie being an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And she wanted to make it adult-oriented. And Disney was like, no. And so Disney canned that.
Mm-hmm.
And so she took that idea of a sitcom, adult-oriented sitcom, and saw that somebody else was trying to make How I Met Your Father. And those two ideas got fused.
Yeah.
And so that's really what that show was.
The thing that sucks is every other character, like Hilary Duff, whatever, every other character, way better.
Mm-hmm. And that's because in some weird way she is still playing Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah, she's not that good of an actress.
No.
Speaking of weird people who are insistent on bringing back their old careers, you know who's the weirdest ones out there?
What?
The cast of Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide.
Yeah, they're weirdly passionate about it.
They're also super aggressive about it. Like, they get so nasty and mean, because, like, Zoe 102 happened, which was a weird sequel movie thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a podcast, apparently, the Ned's Declassified cast, and they're just so pissy. Like, every week they're talking about how it's not fair, our show was so much better, our shows deserved better, and it's like, alright, calm down. Ned's Declassified was never that good.
They might get it, you know.
You're passionate, I guess.
I think it would show up on Paramount Plus. Got our puppy relocation problem here.
Yeah, just gotta make sure he doesn't hit the switch that keeps the computer on.
Yep. What else was next? Oh, rumors. Patents are showing up for the Nintendo Switch 2, as it's called.
Here's the thing. The thing that makes me the most suspicious is I don't think they would call it just the Nintendo Switch 2. It would be like the new Nintendo Switch, or Super Nintendo Switch.
I got it. Nintendo Switch 3D.
Nintendo Switch 64.
Nintendo Switch W3, because it's 3 eyes. Yeah, so there's rumors. I talked about them a few weeks ago that Ubisoft went to this private conference,
mm-hmm.
and that Nintendo was showing off the power of the new Switch.
Yeah.
For me, that validated that it's happening.
I think I don't think it's going to be anywhere in, like, maybe 2025 late, but I would expect more 2026.
It's going to be 2024. That's the window.
We'll see.
That experts are suggesting.
Oh, man. I guess the Switch is really old, isn't it?
It's not as old as you think. It's like 8 years old or something.
Still. That's pretty old.
Yeah, so the patent that came out was the controller. And one of the things people are seeing is they're trying to get rid of that drift.
Good. Yeah.
Which has caused quite a headache for gamers and lawsuits for Nintendo.
Yes.
So about time, if true. It's only a rumor.
It is only rumors. Can't put too much faith in it.
Like this morning I read a rumor about Deadpool 3.
Yeah?
And that Taylor Swift will be in it.
I don't know.
And she'll play a mutant called Dazzler.
Dazzler?
Who's a pop star?
Sure. I mean, I guess. There's nothing to imply this is or is not true. Yeah. But we could say that about literally anything. We could say the same thing but as Awkwafina instead of Taylor Swift, you know?
Why? She's already in one project. Don't...
What project is she in?
Shang-Chi.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. It was so many years ago, I forgot.
Okay. The only upcoming movie, TV show, video game for this week that I found even remotely interesting was A Haunting in Venice, which will be in theaters.
Yeah.
It's another Murder, She Wrote story.
I am intrigued. I love me a good murder mystery.
Stacked cast.
Yes.
Huge stacked cast. And then I'm not gonna watch it until it's like on Hulu.
No, I just don't want to go to the theaters.
Yeah.
You know, if we're gonna go, we'll see like Saw 10. Saw X.
We're gonna go see Saw 10.
Saw Triple X.
Oh, God.
No, all the cool things come out later in the month, like Castlevania.
Yep. What did you think of The Little Mermaid?
Yeah, it came out on Disney Plus. I thought it was charming, but also I have no like strong nostalgic feelings for the original animation.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in well over 10 years.
I think I thought it was very good after she got on land. Like once she goes to see Ursula, and then the adventures of Ariel and Prince Eric, incredibly charming. It is super precious.
It is strange to put the inciting incident an hour in.
Yeah, it's like the halfway point. And the whole beginning, like the first 45 minutes...
is all set up.
It is, and it's when you're sitting there and you're realizing this movie is like an hour longer than the original animation.
Yep.
And it's mostly just that, like, her being under the water stuff. And it's fine.
There's a good chunk where we spend with Prince Eric. We learn about how he lives.
Sure, yeah, that's true. I don't know. I feel like we could have expedited that beginning bit a little bit. But that's also where all the songs go, you know? Like,
there's other songs.
How many?
I don't know. I didn't sit there and count.
Once they get on land, there's a couple. I liked the new songs a lot. One specifically, the one where she first gets on land.
Yep.
That one was really cute. Well done, Lin-Manuel Miranda. Yeah,
who produced and wrote original songs for it. Which would make sense to me.
Yeah.
It's the CGI underwater.
Yeah.
It's their hair. The fish are fine. Everything's colorful and saturated unless they're in dark areas.
Yeah.
Like, what are Medusa's eels' names?
Flotsam and Jetsam.
Yes. They are really creepy.
They are.
Especially when you first see them, because you think it's one thing, and then the camera shifts.
And you see...
like, it's a pan, and as it... or
yeah, pan.
I guess. And then you see that they're actually next to each other, and you're only seeing their outer eyes, and then you see the inner eyes, which are a little darker.
These were really cool. I already really liked Flotsam and Jetsam, and eels are creepy, so I think they did fantastic.
Medusa's tentacles?
Ursula, sorry.
Same thing.
Weird choice to make her blue, where she was originally purple.
Yeah, but she's like a blue ring octopus.
Yeah, it makes sense. I was just,
because she's poisonous. And then her frills on her collar were moving.
Yeah.
Like her whole outfit was alive.
I think her underwater look looked best, maybe because she had short hair. So the CG on it was a bit more like, less noticeably CG.
Yep.
I think it was most distracting on Triton. What's that actor's name?
Javier Bardem.
Yeah. I think it was most distracting on him.
Yeah, he's got too much hair.
Because I was like, your hair should be, like, blowing everywhere. Because I've been underwater. I know what hair looks like. And that's not what it looks like.
You can't see.
But I put my hair under the water and I look at it.
Okay. Prince Eric, he did a great job.
He was maybe the best part of the whole movie.
Yeah, what's up with these pirates, man?
I know.
They're everywhere. We got, what's that one show? That one pirate show?
Which one pirate show?
The one we like.
One Piece?
No, not that one.
Our Flag Means Death.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'll come back, I think, October.
Nice.
Which will be fun.
Finally.
I know.
It's been 2 years.
I liked The Little Mermaid. I would say that was their second best live adaptation.
What would you say first best?
Aladdin.
Aladdin was very good.
And Little Mermaid just knocked Lion King out.
Yeah.
And it's because they're missing a song.
You are the only one who wants... it wasn't even
it's not a shot for shot. It's just not right.
It wasn't even in the original animation.
But Little Mermaid gets an hour extra.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. You could have added one more song. Yeah, it's cool. So, Ahsoka.
Oh yeah, that show exists. What are your thoughts?
So boring.
It's how many episodes are there supposed to be? 8?
8, yeah.
What are we on?
That was 4.
It doesn't feel like we're halfway through.
It does.
I don't know. It feels like nothing's happened yet.
There were some weird things, just like fight scenes, because there's a lot of fighting. Mm-hmm. Ahsoka does this cool like slash slide thing against one of the, I think he's Inquisitor. And then he drops to his knees, and then his chest, where she slashed him, like he just shoots out dust and he just falls apart.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the hell was that?
They're trying to dabble with like the violence a little bit more. Maybe
no, it's like what was inside of that suit came out.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe an oxygen tank or some shit.
It was weird. Cool slash there. You saw it coming. Mm-hmm. Sabine, her apprentice.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the worst characters of the show.
It which sucks because I like her design a lot. I like the idea behind the character.
That she's a Mandalorian turned Jedi?
Well, that's also cool. But I was going to say, like, seeing an apprentice. Like, seeing what training techniques an apprentice goes through to be a Jedi. Because we never really see that much of it.
You've ever watched Clone Wars?
No. But I liked seeing that. And we just don't... We're moving the plot forward, but I feel like inch by inch every episode.
So Sabine grabs the key to the map, or the map. It's an orb, right?
Uh-huh.
And she threatens to shoot it with her blaster, right? Mm-hmm. And the bad guy, Baylor? Mm-hmm.
I think it's Baylor.
Baylor? Lord Baylor? I was like, go ahead, but you'll never find Ezra.
Yeah.
Right? And so she gives it back to him, and he puts it back in to finish the map, and then they're like, destroy it. He pulls out his lightsaber and stabs through it.
Yeah.
And sits there for a good couple seconds before he breaks it.
It's like your blaster would have done.
She would have just shot her own hand. Now you don't have a hand.
It feels very, like, samey every episode. Oh, Ahsoka and Sabine roll up into a place and they fight the same people. And then they roll up into a place and then they fight the same people.
Yeah, and then they get their backup, who show up at the very end, right? Mm-hmm. The General and the Rebel fighters, what are they called? The New Republic fighters.
Yeah. And her son that she brought along with her for some reason.
That was dumb.
It was very.
Because they got in the way of that giant hyperdrive star cruiser thing that they were in.
Yeah.
And it just messed them up. People died.
Like, I immediately was like, why are you bringing your kid? What are you doing?
And then there was that cool cameo at the end. Mm-hmm. And
then they ruined it.
Oh, they ruined it. They made him younger.
They love CGing faces in this franchise.
Yeah, but in Obi-Wan, he wasn't touched up like that. They just put on makeup.
Yeah, well... Oh, well.
Apparently episode 5, which will be in theaters.
Why?
Because they want to promote it, and it's going to be the big episode. Which you think 8 would be.
Oh, that means it's going to be like over an hour long. Oh, God.
Maybe. But it's Snips and Annie just hanging out in the outer worlds.
Cute. Fun. Alright, we'll see.
So I got the amazing choice earlier this week, a chance to watch Fast and the Furious 9.
Yep.
Long ago, I had claimed how much I love Fast and the Furious. I've seen all the movies except for 9 and 10. Mm-hmm. 9 is relatively old.
Relatively, yeah. It's been a good couple of years.
I mean, there's already a sequel to it. I finally got to watch it, and it is so over the top with its action. It's laughable.
Nice.
And the best part was you've realized the cast is also laughing at how stupid this is getting.
Like, it's all one big joke about, yes, this is ridiculous and dumb.
And once I understood that, I took away that critical veil. Mm-hmm. Right? And then all I saw was just a fun action movie.
That's great.
It was so stupidly fun. John Cena.
I can always tell it's going to be good when you, like, show up in the office while I'm working to tell me excitedly what just happened.
That was a really good one. A little better than 8. Fuck, I hardly remember 8.
After a while, there's so many of them.
They are. And, like, other characters are showing up from, like, previous... Like, there are characters from Fast and Furious 3. Ooh. Tokyo Drift.
The only one I've seen.
And I was like, I haven't seen that in, like, maybe 15 years.
Yeah. Wow. Whoa.
Oh, yeah. So I was, like, trying to remember the characters. But it was so much fun. Tyrese Gibson and Ludacris were a really good couple pairing.
Nice. Fun.
Yep. They go into space.
Yeah.
With a car with a rocket attached to the back of it.
How could 10 possibly beat that?
I don't know.
They go through time. They car through time.
Well, they gotta fight Aquaman in this one.
That's true. That's true. It's weird seeing him play a villain.
You know, well, Khal Drogo.
He wasn't a villain.
He just did bad things.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, and then last Sunday, The Walking Dead dropped its first episode for Daryl Dixon.
Yep.
Which I was like, I guess I'll watch it when it's completed.
Is it just called Walking Dead Daryl Dixon?
Yeah.
That's what it's called?
Yeah.
I guess that's more clear than some of the other names they have.
Well, you got Dead City, which we'll talk about here, and then the other spinoff they're working on for Rick and Michonne, the Ones Who Live.
Yeah, none of these titles stick with me. They all just sound like oil on water. It just they don't.
What do you mean? What do you think Daryl Dixon's about?
Well, Daryl Dixon, yes. The others, Dead City, the Ones Who Live.
Where are they in Dead City?
Death Desert. Walker Ranch.
Okay, God.
Just a million with samey sounding names. It's like when you look at the ghost hunting shows on Discovery Channel.
Well, yeah. You get stuck in this.
Ghost Hunt Squad, Ghost Patrol Adventure Hunters.
Dead City because they're in Manhattan. Mm-hmm. Right. And they're stuck on the island. The only way off is with a boat or you fly off. I don't know how you can fly off of it. Anyways, and then the Ones Who Live because they were thought to be gone.
Yeah, like I get it. It just I'm not going to remember, and I feel like
it's better than the alternative of Rick and Michonne.
It's true, I guess. I don't know, maybe. It's called Andrew Lincoln, and what's her actress's name?
I don't remember her actress.
That'd be funny. Like don't even reference the characters, just the actors.
So Daryl Dixon takes place after The Walking Dead season 11, where he wakes up and finds himself marooned in Europe.
Yeah, somewhere specific in Europe.
Southern France. And so he's pretty much the only American so far, and everyone else is a French actor.
I described it as Daryl Dixon learns French the hard way.
Yeah. And it's actually really good. And well done. The only thing is you need to throw on subtitles because it's a lot of French. Mm-hmm. And the plot is he has to take a little boy who's believed to be the next Messiah.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Across France to a stronghold.
I see why
where he can grow up and become the Messiah.
I see why people were immediately comparing this to
The Last of Us.
Yeah. Oh wait. Dead City has a similar thing too, huh? Only less Messiah-y, and still involves little boys, and like.
Well, it's Maggie and Negan teaming up to go get Herschel Jr.
Yeah.
Glenn's little kid. They do show you Glenn again, and I was like, God damn it.
Man, once he died, I stopped caring. Him and Abraham died, and I was like, nope, I don't want to watch anymore.
Daryl Dixon is well shot. The lighting's nice. They're actually on location.
That's nice.
So it's not like there's some sets.
They've always had high production value.
Yeah, but like they went back to like seasons 1 through 8 kind of quality. Because 9 through 11 drop hard.
They do feel small. Like from the little things I saw, it was like they're not on location. They're standing. This is a lot on Warner Brothers.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when they're in their towns. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they actually got French actors, and it's filmed in France.
Mm-hmm.
It got renewed already for a second season.
Damn.
They are still filming the second season because AMC made a deal with SAG-AFTRA, the writers, to keep, or no, actors, sorry.
Yeah, WGA is the writers.
To keep ongoing. And that's the correct way to do it, Drew Barrymore.
The companies have lost more money with the strike than if they would have just listened to their demands.
Yeah.
And met with them. Did
you see what happened to Warner, or what Warner Bros. Was talking about?
What are they talking about?
$500 million lost already.
So stupid. These companies are so stupid.
And so one of their big things to try and get some money back is they've been licensing all the DC movies to other people. Mm-hmm. So you can go on Amazon Prime if you don't have Max, and you can watch The Batman.
I watched, yesterday when we were scrolling through, streaming services, there was something that was like, now streaming, like newly added. And I remember I think it was a Disney movie. I think it was Avatar, Way of Water, or maybe the original Avatar. And it's like, now streaming on this other one. And it was not Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn. Desperate, huh?
Way of Water, the second one, will release simultaneously on Max and Disney.
Might have been.
Because it was an old, contract they made.
I don't remember exactly what it was. My analogy is shaky. It might have been Avatar. Don't remember.
So Daryl Dixon, that was a really cool one.
Nice.
I enjoyed it. I was like, this is going to be a fun little season. I think there's only 6 episodes.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, the way The Walking Dead ended, I was so upset.
You and everybody.
Yeah. And then, because there was only 1 episode, I was like, I wonder if they have Dead City, which came out over the summer. Mm-hmm. They finished the first season already, and they got renewed for a second season.
Nice.
I don't know anything about the second season, and I haven't finished the first. I'm only halfway through it, which every episode is an hour long.
Jeez. Woof.
Not 45 minutes, 59 minutes long.
Like a full... you're basically filming 3 movies at that point.
Pretty much. And it is bloody. Mm-hmm. It is violent.
Yep.
It is aggressive and gross. And yet, it's so much fun. It's what I wanted Negan to go through.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Negan fan, and there's a scene, I won't talk about it, but he is so scary. I was like, he's back.
Negan? Yeah.
Oh yeah, he went full Negan.
Jeffrey D. Morgan is looking old, though. He's got all that gray in his beard.
He still looks like Negan.
I guess so. It has been a good couple of years since his first introduction.
Yep. There's a lot of references to The Walking Dead, where these new characters are like, what are you talking about? And then the audience are like, but I know what they're talking about. Because they talk about that war, and they're like, how'd it end? And they're like, they won. And there was Negan telling the story, and he's the one who lost.
Yeah, he knows very well how it went.
So that was really fun. I'm going to finish up Dead City sometime soon.
Nice.
I woke up at 3, thought about it. Because one of you guys was snoring, and it was annoying me.
It was the dog. It was Littles.
Littles with his knife claws shoving into my back all night.
It's funny. It's really cute when he's snuggling up next to you when you're sleeping, but then he stretches and his sharp little stinky toes jam into your kidneys.
Yeah. So if you're a Walking Dead fan, you gotta go check those out.
Mm-hmm.
Box office trolls.
Oh, box office trolls.
Yeah, we didn't do it last week.
Oh, there was nothing to talk about last week.
Well, there was. There was One Piece.
There was one thing to talk about last week.
Number 1, The Nun 2.
Amazingly.
I can't believe people are enjoying this.
The first Nun is so bad.
I can't figure out which one's worse about the Conjuring verse, okay? I'm going to exclude The Devil Made Me Do It, which is Conjuring 3.
Yeah.
Right? But I will say the first Annabelle.
It's pretty bad.
It's horrible. That you had to do a jump scare and you could see the clear edit.
Yeah.
And it's so bad. Because in the sequel they do it again.
Yeah, but...
But it's clean. And you're like, see, that's how you're supposed to do it. The Nun.
So awful. It's so awful.
It is terrible. It's not scary. It's stupid. It's convoluted. It's long for no reason.
You can see everything coming a mile away.
Yep.
It is super long.
Yeah. It didn't have to be that long. It could have been a short film.
It could have. And it might have been stronger that way. Because the longer we spend looking at this ugly nun bitch, the less scary she is.
It's every time they look into a dark corner and they're like, you're missing information because it's so dark. You know she's coming out of that thing.
Yeah.
That's not a jump scare, guys.
It's so boring.
That's not even a scare.
Also, do more than just jump scares. That's such a cheap scare tactic.
Yeah. Well, the first Conjuring was pretty heavy on jump scares.
You know what's a really great movie that's got great scares and not just jump scares?
Well, I'm going to get to my third one. La Llorona. That's what you're talking about, right?
That is my one of...
I can't figure out which one's worse.
La Llorona is definitely the worst in my opinion. Every single thing I saw coming a mile away.
Yep.
It was horrible. Everything was so contrived, too.
They didn't even adapt the myth or folklore.
No, they just made her like a water... like it was raining, and she showed up.
Yeah, she's
just to be
because
like...
there's water.
Be like, bleh! And she like doesn't do anything to anybody. She just like screams at them so they get scared.
Yep.
And then that's it.
And that was supposed to be its own movie. And then they're like, well, we'll add one character at the very end, which is one of the priests.
Uh-huh.
And he shows up and talks to them, and they're like, get it? It's part of the Conjuring verse. And you're like, oh.
Stop trying to make a universe out of this, guys. Not everything needs a shared universe.
Apparently, they still want to do the Crooked Man, who was featured in The Conjuring 2. So, anyways, back to box office trolls.
Yeah.
The Nun 2. $32 million.
I think it's going to go down as the weeks go on.
It's also spooky season.
True.
Number 2, The Equalizer 3.
Oh.
The second weekend.
Good for them.
Number 3, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3.
A lot of threes this week.
Yeah. Well, we love our sequels, Hollywood.
That's definitely not part of...
If you can't make a sequel, reboot it, duh. God, I'm so sick of them doing this. I didn't care for My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2.
I've never seen any of them.
I know, which is a shame. Because you need to at least see the first one. The first one is so good.
Is it?
I'm not big into rom-coms.
Oh, it's a rom-com?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you not get that out of the title?
I don't know.
Did you know they're Greek?
I just thought it was a comedy. Like a Step Brothers type of comedy.
No, it's not like a raunchy, dumb comedy. It's about a girl falling in love with a guy.
Okay.
It's just a simple story, but really it's about her family fighting her against falling in love with the guy.
It can't be a simple story if there's a third installment.
Well, there was no need for the second, and now we did a third one. But it made number 3 at $10 million.
Good for them.
Number 4, Jawan.
I don't know what that is.
Me either.
Oh, that's a Bollywood film. Yash Raj Films USA Incorporated is the distributor.
Yeah. Next is number 5, Barbie.
Nice.
Barbie's still going strong.
Sticking at number 5. It's gonna go on to digital streaming soon.
Digital. Streaming won't be for a while. We still haven't been able to stream Indiana Jones 5.
Oh, yeah.
You can't even buy it. You can rent it for $20.
Can't even... they don't even have Welcome to Raccoon City streaming yet.
I know.
That annoys me.
Especially when we're getting the sequel, which no one is supposed to know about.
No one wanted, also.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
It's called, Umbrella Chronicles.
Welcome to Umbrella Chronicles?
No, Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles, which will focus on the events of Zero. Resident Evil 0.
Okay.
Which will probably get a lot more Wesker.
He was a good casting choice.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Barbie. That'll be coming out. Number 6, Blue Beetle.
Nice.
People aren't talking about that one much anymore.
I think it's one of those ones where it's like, you know what it is.
Yeah.
You know what you're coming in for.
Number 7, Gran Turismo.
Nice.
Number 8, Oppenheimer.
Cool.
Number 9, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem.
I've heard only glowing things about this one.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like, apparently, Seth Rogen was talking about how he had the boys there, the 4 boys who voiced the Turtles, and sometimes he would just take the script away and tell them, like, the gist of what's happening, so they would just naturally riff with each other. Yeah.
Is he a producer?
Yeah, I think so.
Is he Shredder? No, not Shredder. Oh no, the rat dude.
I don't think so.
That's gonna kill me. Who's he?
Splinter. Master Splinter.
Yeah, Splinter.
I don't think so. I think he was just a producer and casting director, like voice director, something like that.
Okay, so they can get that comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. And number 10, Bottoms.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
What is it?
It's, like, dumb. It's about a group of high school girls, primarily, I think, who make a fight club or something. I saw a trailer for it and I was like, nah. No. Looks stupid.
So that was Box Office Trolls.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect Box Office Trolls to really bring in much news for a long time.
Yep, that happens at the end of the year. You know, it just coasts with a one or two drops.
We should be getting the big guys soon.
Mm-hmm.
But as I was looking out, September 29th is going to be an interesting week.
Mm-hmm.
Because of what comes out.
Yep.
My money's on Paw Patrol. I'm sorry, Saw. I think Paw Patrol is going to destroy you.
Paw Patrol is going to annihilate you.
Everyone. And there's other movies in there too.
I wonder if they were trying to do a Saw Patrol type deal, like Barbenheimer. That's a thing that they're trying to do now. They're trying to like rearrange release schedules so things line up, so people.
Why would you watch Saw and then Paw Patrol?
I don't know.
Hey,
no
kids.
one would have thought Barbie and Oppenheimer. That just kind of happened.
Apparently, Barbie is a very mature movie.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
So it would make sense. It could work with Oppenheimer.
I don't know about that.
Okay. Yeah, and then October, it's like one movie per week that's kind of worth watching.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get into November, and it's like, okay, here's the heavy hitters.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The strikes that are going on, apparently they have until February 14th, Valentine's Day of next year, to resolve this. And then I don't know what happens after that. I think it's just massive lawsuits.
Maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But it's not going to... Unless the corporations pull their heads out of their asses, it's not going to end well for them either.
I'm seeing the smaller guys working with them again.
Mm-hmm.
But the big guys, your big five, they're not.
Yeah.
They don't want to.
So stupid of them.
And I blame Disney and Warner Brothers Discovery.
Mm-hmm.
They're the big ones really not playing ball.
Yeah. Assholes.
Though I've heard some bad things about Paramount also. Mm-hmm. Like, they're the ones who cut down the trees.
Yeah.
It's like, that doesn't make you good either.
No.
And here we go. Pokemon news.
It's Pokemon news. Remember to get your Mew. That's a thing. You gotta get your Mew.
God, I gotta get my Mew.
Write that down. Write yourself a note.
So, it's over.
Yeah, we got it. It released the same day that the first episode released. Like the anniversary of the first episode released.
Oh, it's that way?
We got the last of the Ash Ketchum story.
Yep. It was kind of sad to watch him die again.
Crazy.
It was actually Gary who shot him in the back of the head.
Oh, I never would have expected. I really wasn't expecting Pikachu to betray him.
Yeah, right? Pikachu joins Team Rocket.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then Brock steals Ash's hat from his corpse. It was messed up. I was like, what? I don't even want to talk about the Misty gangbang.
Jesus. No, it was cute. It was a cute little love letter season. It referenced a lot of like classic things from the classic anime.
Yep. It was more just adventure stuff.
Yeah, he traveled with Brock and Misty. He had Silence show up at one point in time.
Yep.
It was cute. It was great. It ended with the promise of more adventures for Ash. And then the last episode happened, which had a noticeably different art style.
So, hold on. We will talk about this last episode in depth. Because the real conclusion is the second to last episode. Yeah. That's where you say your goodbyes. Mm-hmm. So, don't cry there, because this last episode is even worse. So, Ash is off on an adventure with just Pikachu.
Yes.
He did not bring any of his Pokemon with him.
He gets a call from his mom, and Mom's like, your dad's going to be in this Pokemon Center. I'm going to meet him. We're going to be near you. You should come meet up with us. Mm-hmm. So he goes rushing off to get to this Pokemon Center.
Which he has to go through a mountain pass. Mm-hmm. And then he gets sleepy, and he decides to fall asleep in an enchanted tree.
Yes.
And then when he wakes up, what, Pikachu's missing?
Yeah, yeah.
And then he goes off to find Pikachu, and he runs into a little boy.
Mm-hmm. Little boy with blue hair, yellow shirt, very Pokemon colors, yep. You know.
And the little boy just kind of hangs out with Ash and talks to Ash about Pokemon, and Ash is like, yeah, you want to touch one? And he's like, no, I don't want that. And then at one point they're eating, and he's like, you want some food? And he's like, I'm not hungry right now.
I'm still full from breakfast. Oh, they got Pikachu back, by the way. It was easy. Yeah. It was a very funny gag with Team Rocket. As they were doing their monologue, he got the key and just released Pikachu.
Yeah. He comes into an orchard, an oranberry orchard, and didn't realize he was stepping on someone's property.
Yeah.
Where he runs into an adult female. Mm-hmm. And she gives him the food. Mm-hmm. And he talks about a friend, but vaguely. And she's like, here's some food for you and your friend. And then Ash starts to put it all together.
Mm-hmm. He gets a hat back from a Mankey.
Yep.
A blue hat. And as he's like getting away from the Mankeys, he chases the little boy back to give him his hat, because it was his hat.
Yep.
And he gets back to the adult female, and also her husband, who is there with her. And
the boy was talking about his favorite picture was this cloud formation. Mm-hmm. And you see that his dad's an artist. Mm-hmm. And that cloud formation is a painting that he made in his studio. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then Ash starts to talk to them, and they get angry with him.
Yeah, because he's holding this hat, and they're like, how do you have that?
Yep. And then he knew the name of the boy. Mm-hmm. And then they tell you a really sad story.
Yes.
About the little boy was their son. Mm-hmm. He wanted to be a Pokemon trainer. That his favorite day with his parents...
Oh, it was a day where he was like promising he would become a Pokemon trainer. Mm-hmm. And you see that cloud formation as they're all walking together. Yep. They all got to be together because they don't usually get to because of their jobs and stuff. Mm-hmm. But the boy got sick and
died.
Yeah. And then Ash is there with them for a while. And then he keeps going. And he missed his father. He didn't get there in time. But he got to spend time with the little boy's family instead.
He spent time with them. Mm-hmm. And then he went back through the woods and he ran into the boy. Mm-hmm. And then he was able to basically use his aura ability to touch the boy so that the kid ghost can feel Pikachu. Mm-hmm. And I think he vanished after that.
Yeah.
And then Ash just left the forest.
A super sad story to end Pokemon with.
Yeah, I was like, this is really depressing, man.
Oh, what's the last episode? Is it Ash doing one last final Pokemon adventure? No, it's the idea of...
What if Ash didn't make it?
What about the people who die before they can even start their dreams?
Yeah. Yeah.
Way too early in life. Fuck you. Start crying.
Yeah, that was mean. Mm-hmm. And then we never got to see his dad.
Nope.
And that was the end.
That was it. And he just runs off and continues on his adventures. Mm-hmm.
We'll see him again.
Surely.
He'll be an adult when we see him.
Maybe in a movie somewhere.
Probably riding Latios. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Or Latios.
Yep.
Or Lugia.
Yeah, or Ho-Oh.
Yeah. So, okay. Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
We got Paldea Pokemon now. Mm-hmm. And there's this new season, what they call them seasons, where we do events and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I'm kind of excited that we have the Paldea Pokemon.
It is nice. Gives me a reason to open it up.
Right? I found that more fun. And the Master Ball quest, have you looked at it?
No.
It is insane.
I'm struggling with the normal ones.
True. I don't play it as much because I don't really go walking around.
Yeah, I mean, we just, from here to the grocery store and back again, which is not a long walk.
Nah, unless it's a hot day. Mm-hmm. But they do have events going on. And then because we're talking about Niantic, this September 14th, they have a new app game coming out called Monster Hunter Now.
Yeah.
The reviews have been outstanding, but what they've been saying is things are missing, like all weapons. They don't have all the weapons. They only have like a few of them.
Dang.
Which I'm assuming as they keep rolling it out, they'll start adding on features.
Which could be fun. I understand that. Rather than give you everything right away so then you get bored with it faster. Like, drop things so you come back periodically.
You choose your avatar, basically build it. You choose your weapon. And then you go off on your adventure. If you need something, say you need... give me a name of a monster.
They're all gone. All names of the monsters are gone. Tigrex.
Tigrex. Never fought that thing.
It's not like a high level monster.
Okay. If you need its like fur or
scales
or
whatever, claws.
You can click on that so that you can forge better armor and weapons. You can click on that and then it will help guide you to where you can find that monster around you.
Nice.
You can also, when you fight monsters, it's supposed to be like 45-second battle.
That's not too bad.
And you are allowed to walk away from the location of the monster while you fight it.
That's really convenient, because that's something that was super annoying with Pokemon.
They did fix that in Pokemon. I tried it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I walked away from a gym, but I was still fighting it.
Nice.
And then I beat the gym, and I couldn't put anything in there because I walked away.
Also, 45-second battle, I feel like I've spent, like, several minutes trying to catch one Sprigatito this last week.
Yeah. They want it to be a fast action-paced... game.
That makes sense. I'm excited, honestly.
Yeah. I've already pre-registered.
Yeah?
I pre-registered like in June when they opened it. I was like, nope, I want this one.
It's mine.
So expect a review next week.
Nice.
A nice little review of the game and what it's like. And then tomorrow is the Scarlet and Violet DLC.
Oh, dip. Wow.
Yep.
It came out of nowhere.
Time moves fast at the end of the year.
It does.
This has been a very quick year. Are you getting the DLC?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of want to see what people have to say about it first. Like, some things I like. I like the idea of the photo mode that you get to do with that one girl.
Okay. That's really selling me on Pokemon.
Well, that's the thing. I could just play Pokemon Snap.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I think I'm going to wait and see if it's actually worth it, if there's enough Pokemon in there to gain my interest.
Maybe wait for both DLCs to be out, so I get both at the same time.
Oh, yeah, because...
Indigo.
If you beat it that fast, you're just sitting there waiting for the next one.
Yep.
Yeah. Scarlet was... Violet. I played Violet.
The worser one. Scarlet's better.
Okay.
Don't judge me.
Have you seen your professor's outfit?
Yeah, she looks great.
Hey, she looks horrible.
No.
Yes. Also, your Paradox Pokemon? Lame.
No, your Paradox ones are lame.
We got
all
themes.
Chrome.
Yeah.
The thing that weirds me out the most is how, like, your friends' outfits are different colors because the school has different uniforms.
Yeah.
And that's the one that's like, whoa, you're not Arvin. Arvin wears orange pants.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the DLC, and I think that's coffee break right there.
Yeah, a nice little roundup for the week. A lot of things came out, like Pokemon, Little Mermaid, lots of stuff.
Oh, Little Mermaid is their smallest, only, God, I forgot the number, but it's like their smallest preview or debut on Disney Plus since Hocus Pocus 2.
Ooh. Well, to be fair, I think a lot of people probably who wanted to see it probably saw it in theaters.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know many people who are really jonesing to see it in general.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
I just watched it just to watch it.
It was cute. It wasn't, if you need something to watch and you're in the mood for a very precious little romance, go with it.
All right. Well, thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Have a good week. Goodbye.
Bye.